All right, guys. So Bradley's motor used to sit there for like over a year. I don't know if you guys seen the video from a while back when we picked up this motor, but he's finally taking it today. So this is the KAT setup that we were gonna work on. He decided to take it over to his house so he can go ahead and tear it down. In the last drift event that we went to, he actually went ahead and blew his stock KA. So it is time for this rebuild to happen. So this KAT is gonna get refreshed and brought back to life. It's everything for the whole setup. Literally the whole thing is right here in the back of the truck. This guy, it's been 2 years too long. Has it been 2 years?
Probably, bro.
Because I had this car for almost 2 years now.
Nah, you never had this car for almost 2 years.
Yes, I saw Bailey the car last year.
I just got my car, that's why.
That's what she said. You got your car the same time we got this car.
No, don't even act. Don't even act.
We bought it the same year, remember? Bought this one and then took you get the other one.
You guys got that car.
That's gonna be a good setup.
This motor is a lot cleaner than I thought it was. My motor at the house is so dirty.
Yeah, it doesn't even leak oil. Like the valve seal is all good, huh? Valve cover seal.
Okay, well I better head out because
Yeah.
my house I work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, okay, shoot. Get out of here then.
Good morning, guys. So today we're working on Blaine's car. I'm gonna do the solid subframe bushings. I did it on my car. I haven't taken out a subframe from an S13, but I'm pretty sure it should be the same or about the same. So I have about an hour before I have to get Kaylee from school. So hopefully I can at least get it out and then we can start getting all the bushings out after.
All right, guys, good morning. It is the next day. Bradley just went ahead and picked up his parts for his motor swap. As you guys seen, he's gonna go ahead and do all of that stuff at his place, like I mentioned last night in the video. Well, today we can continue where Christine left off, which is dropping the subframe. She got majority of it off. Drive shaft is all off. I just undid the e-brake cables, so really much left to do is just take off the 4 bolts that hold the subframe in. I already did take off the coilovers or the air struts, so that way the core or the subframe can just drop from here, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the jack up here, hold it, and then release these 2 last bolts. We should be able to be good to pull it out. It's kind of cold, as you can tell. It feels like the weather got a lot colder quicker this year, but we just have to deal with it. So let's go ahead and put the jack under here and get this subframe out. So the reason why I'm changing out the bushings is because you can see there's play in it. Watch, the subframe is gonna move. See that? Again, watch the subframe. So we're gonna go ahead and swap those out right now. Looks like it's getting caught up on that side. There it goes. Okay, so we got it out. The reason why is because if you can see, like, this edge is ripped. On a bunch of them too, like, one edge is ripped or 2 edges are ripped. So what that does is it allows extra play in the bushing, which in turn like gives you wheel hop and stuff like that during mid drift. or when you're on throttle. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out and go ahead and replace them with solid bushings. Same thing like we did with Christine's car. All we're gonna do is just get a Sawzall, cut out the bushing, and then cut a slit in one, and then chisel it out. And yeah, you guys see the process. And I'm also gonna go ahead and grind on this knuckles for the Villains dual caliper kit that I bought like last year. So you guys will see that as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and prep this subframe to get these bushings in there. All right guys, so I'm about halfway done with taking the bushings out. So this one got all the way out. I did squirt just a little bit, went a little bit too deep, but that's fine. So the trick that I like to do is I'll cut 2 slits all the way down, and then it'll give me this little extra play so I can pound this closer, and then I can just pull it out. As you can see, it's on its way out already. So it's almost out, pretty simple. Just cut a slit down the end. People do 1 slit. I like to do 2 and then bend it out. So that way it gives it more play to close in on each other. And then it should just slide right out.
No limit, got that masterpiece. No limit, baby. Give you that black car. No limit. Just know when you roll with a nigga like me, there's no limit, baby. No limit. I see murder that. No limit, baby. Give you that ghetto D, girl. No limit.
So next we're just gonna get our drill with a wire wheel on it and go ahead and clean out that hole. Last one, I'll show you guys how I do it. Take it out of the freezer. It's our little dirty work area. Remove this arm or get it out the way first. Alright guys, so we're pretty much gonna go ahead and install the dual caliper bracket on this side. I already did the other side, but it's a very simple process. Take this bolt out for the axle so we can remove the hub. I'm gonna take the brake shield off. I'm not gonna run a brake shield. I don't need to. And then it's just a matter of shaving this section here to make sure that the caliper can fit, and then just bolting everything back together and we should be good. Okay, ready? Stick the gun right on here, suck it. I'll blast that bugger. Come on. We did it.
Really?
Yeah. See, it's in there.
Oh,
So yeah.
heck in it.
There we go. All right, so the part that needs to be ground down is this section right here, more so like around this section. So if you can see, the casting is like not as smooth and kind of rough in this area right here. So we're just gonna get our flat disc and go ahead and grind this section all down. There is numbers right here that a lot of people need to grind down, but mine doesn't need to because it's below this flat surface right here. So I should be okay to put the bracket on here and not have to worry about the numbers. I mean, for the sake of the video, I could probably just do it, but the main focus is going to be this section right here. You don't need to come all the way down here. It's mainly just this, like right where the point is, and a little bit up, like this section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flap disc it right now. The way that I guess I do my test fitting, I'll just go ahead and just kind of tap the bracket into place already, and it's pretty simple. You just line up the holes and the bolts line up. So we're gonna go ahead and test fit it on top of the knuckle to make sure we have clearance for the caliper. So what you do is you want to just take your caliper, slide it over, and you're mainly checking for clearance on this back side here because that's the side that's going to hit, right? So I cleared up this side right here. This side clears, but I am rubbing or not able to push it completely flat on this section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind a little bit more of this section down here to give this a little bit more clearance, and then we should be okay. And that seems to be perfect. You can see it gives me a little bit of play right there. It doesn't need a lot, guys, so I think that's good. So the only thing left to do is to put the hub bolts back in, add a little bit of a red thread locker up on there, and we should be good. So the way you install these calipers, you have to add your shim, which is both for 4 and 5 lug. So you need to put the caliper and the rotor on at the same time. It's a little tricky, but it's honestly a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. A lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. And then you just need to stick your arm or your fingers behind and get the nuts on. It's definitely a lot easier off the car because you can see.
We can solve all